here is one of the easiest to obtain and most inexpensive superfoods you might want to consider putting in your diet. Let's talk chia seeds, not a chia pet. Maybe you've had those before. You can actually eat these seeds, right? And they're incredibly packed full of nutrients, some of which you might be struggling to get into your system. You can get them from a plant-based approach with this superfood. Very easy to obtain for any kind of diet plan. Check this out. Chia seeds, just 2 tablespoons of this superfood. Look what it does. 3 times the amount of iron versus spinach. So if you are anemic, if you are struggling with your energy levels, you need more iron in your system, or you are a premenopausal female that does have a cycle every month and you are losing blood and iron each month, chia seeds can fortify that to keep the iron levels up so you don't have energy crashes, especially during the cycle. Now, post-menopausal, you don't want to overdo this, but this food-based is going to be much easier absorbed and used or discarded by your body based on how much it needs. Chia seeds, 2 tablespoons, more iron, 3 times more than spinach. Next up, 41% of your daily fiber in just 2 tablespoons. So if you are constipated and backed up and you are not getting softer bowel movements, you may try chia seeds to see if it makes a difference inside your digestive system. Now, diverticulitis, Crohn's, ulcerative colitis, these irritable bowel type symptoms and syndromes, you may or may not do great with this, but I think it's an easy one to try and it's so inexpensive. By adding, you can start with a smaller amount, a tablespoon or half a tablespoon, add it into a smoothie, try it to see what it does to your digestive system. But if you struggle with constipation, this might be a perfect way to get extra fiber in there. If you struggle with cholesterol issues, this is a very easy way to lower your cholesterol because of the amount of fiber. It's going to counteract the sugars inside of your system. So adding some of that into a sugary or carbohydrate loaded meal might be the way to go. Now, speaking of cholesterol, it has, depending on how much you eat of the salmon, 100% more omega-3 in chia compared to salmon. Now, there are different types of omega-3s. The salmon's gonna be EPA and DHA, which I really like. Have some good videos on this channel about that and its impact on inflammation in your body. But ALA, the plant-based omega-3, 100% more omega-3 found in just 2 tablespoons of chia. So to lower your inflammation levels, help out your blood pressure, help out your joints, adding these in are a good way to get a lot of omega-3s inside of your system for a very easy, inexpensive way. Depending on the size or the amount of salmon, or maybe you don't have any at all, this number can go up to 3, 4, 5, 600% more omega-3s found in those little seeds compared to fish. So that's great. Let's keep moving on. Next, 2 times the amount of antioxidants found in chia seeds, just 2 tablespoons, compared to blueberries. Blueberries, love them, use them all the time in a smoothie. But how about this? What if you made a smoothie with frozen blueberries but added chia seeds into it? What a fantastic way to load your body up on antioxidants. Now, why does that matter? Free radicals floating around your system are what's oxidizing your cholesterol and damaging your blood vessels specifically. They're also tied into mental disorders and your brain sort of fatiguing as you get older. So adding in these antioxidants protects your system from all the chemicals and all the toxic food we come in contact with to make sure we don't damage our insides. 2 times the amount of antioxidants versus blueberries. Next, chia seeds, just 2 tablespoons of it, have 32% of your recommended daily value of magnesium. So why is this important? Most Americans, over 90%, are deficient in magnesium. We struggle to get this mineral into our system. It leads to headaches. It leads to muscle pain and cramping. It can lead to arrhythmias or electrical issues with the heart. It also can lead to constipation, let alone so many other vitally important processes magnesium is involved with. It activates the vitamin D in our body. So if you're taking a lot of vitamin D3, but you're not using magnesium, you might be using up all your magnesium stores. And some of your symptoms could be coming specifically just from magnesium deficiency. 32% of your recommended daily value. You get a third of the way there just by adding in 2 tablespoons of chia seed to a smoothie or into your breakfast. Incredible. Next, speaking of minerals, 64% more potassium in 2 tablespoons of chia seeds compared to a banana. You don't get any sugars. You don't get any of the GMO that ends up happening because a lot of bananas are genetically modified. Chia seeds, 2 tablespoons. We always go to bananas when it comes to potassium. That's what we think of. This is 64% more. So if you need more potassium, which most are very deficient, we get way too much processed salt and way too little potassium compared to our ancestors just 100, 200 years ago because they ate a lot more real raw food. So a way to cheat to get a lot more potassium in, which is going to help with the fluids in your body, the balancing of salt, so you're not holding on to fluid, holding on to swelling, helps your kidneys, helps your heart. Potassium is vitally important. That's why I love eating green leafy foods and green foods quite often. But you can add in 2 tablespoons of chia seeds, 64% more potassium than bananas. Now that is BANANS. Next up, calcium. 2 tablespoons of chia seeds have 5 times more calcium than milk. Now, why does this matter? Well, milk oftentimes comes with a lot of negatives. You can watch my videos on milk and milk alternatives at the grocery store. However, when you look at milk, it's got antibiotics in it, oftentimes has hormones in it. Or when it's not natural or organic, whatever is done to the cow ends up in that milk, oftentimes contains a lot of sugar. There's a lot of downfalls to milk. And it flaring up the system, compromising your immune system, causing more phlegm and sinus-related issues. And so a lot of people are very sensitive to it. So maybe you cut back on the dairy, you can still get in calcium to fortify the bones, to run your heart, to run your muscles. We don't want to overdo calcium, but this is an easy way to get it in. If you are an osteoporosis, osteopenia sufferer, 600 milligrams or below is what you're looking at each day to get in. An easy way to do it. Chia seeds, 2 tablespoons. How about that? And then finally, thyroid sufferers, 300% more selenium in 2 tablespoons of chia compared to flaxseed. Flaxseed's fantastic for omega-3s and has its benefits, but selenium, why is that important? Also found in Brazil nuts, helps support the function of the thyroid specifically. So like my mom has a thyroid problem, I recommend her eating some Brazil nuts. My wife was deficient a little bit in selenium during her pregnancy, so we had Brazil nuts. Chia seeds though, another excellent source, helps support that thyroid, helps support the bodily function of that micronutrient that the system needs. 2 tablespoons of chia seeds. Who knew? Now, 2 tablespoons could be a lot to go into your smoothie all at one time, but there is an easy, absolutely delicious way to unlock chia seeds. I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite desserts. It's called chia seed pudding. Now, before you knock it, you gotta try it. It has all of these benefits, and it's the easiest way to get at least 2 tablespoons of chia seeds in, and it is super simple to make. So I put that recipe in this video where I'm gonna show you how to make that one and my other favorite dessert, which are peanut butter cups, homemade. You can check out those 2 desserts in this video right here. There you go.